Hey, so I've been speaking to people about the court. I think I've got a document that I'm going to serve that I've written, and I'm going to attach the writings, and I'm going to serve it recorded delivery to the magistrate's court. I'm going to send them the documents of Kate's that I've read. Although I have spoken to people about the writings that don't agree with them, they haven't actually read them. And this is the thing. So, I mean, I've been speaking to Kate of Gaia, who has got the kind of the higher self sorted. I know exactly where I stand with her and where that's all coming from. But I still have to accept that we exist on this planet at the moment, and it's very physical. And I've spoken to Rob Halford, who then totally grounded me and brought me basically into the courtroom. And I felt the pressure then. So I put some thought into it last night, and I wrote a notice to give to the court. Because I don't feel at the moment I have enough of an understanding or understanding to make any actions, to do anything. I've got so much information crossing my path at the moment and kind of just overwhelming me with information. And I'm kind of having to navigate my way through it all based on intuition and just what feels right. So what I'm trying to do with the information I got from Kate and the information that I got from Rob is try and find a middle ground between the two, because neither of these two really speak to each other. They don't know each other's work at all. So I've got to try and find the middle ground. So I've come to the conclusion of this notice. This is what I can say. I know this is where I'm at the moment. So I'll read it to you, and I might post it as well if people want a copy of it. But this is what I've said. Dear Sir, Madam, I am Hannah, not Hannah Shotbolt, the fictional entity on the birth certificate. I am writing with regards to a matter being heard on July 25th, 2014 at Cheltenham Magistrates Courthouse regarding legal person Hannah Shotbolt. I am writing to notice you of my understandings and intentions based on the following. I was unlawfully arrested for the alleged offences being heard on June 16th, 2014. On April 22nd, 2014, I served notice on the Queen of England and all heads of state for the UK as soon as I knew in fact the difference between the Crown-created legal entity and the flesh and blood divine creation that I am. The notice of understanding and intent and claim of right that I served is a notarised document. Please find a copy attached with recorded delivery verification. On April 23rd, 2014, I served notice on the CEO of the DVLA, Mr. Oliver Morley, via a notice of rescission and deregistration. Please find a copy attached with recorded delivery verification. On May 5th, 2014, I noticed Shazette Davenport, Chief Constable for Gloucestershire Police, of my understandings and intentions. Please find a copy attached with recorded delivery verification. I noticed all of these persons of my intentions to exercise my birthrights in good faith, and not one of them rebutted any of my claims. In coming to the understanding that I am not a legal name, I was contacted personally by Kate of Gaia, who informed me that my notarised documents are in fact null and void ab initio, which means from the start, because I had to provide identification for the notary. And of course, all state-approved identification is produced off of the intent to commit fraud evidence document, the birth certificate. I do not wish to use the legal name Hannah Shotbolt because it is property of the Crown, and so any use of it by anyone who is not one of you, a Temple Bar member, is committing fraud whenever they use it, whether unknowingly or knowingly. Of course, one of the privileges of being a member of the bar is the use of the copyrights to your legal name. Anyway, these understandings consequently leave me in contempt of every court on the planet should I set foot in one, because every judge, magistrate or clerk would instantly be guilty of aiding and abetting fraud, and I do not wish to put you or anyone in your courthouse in the position of high treason. Any all frauds exposed mean all contracts are null and void upon its discovery. Where a fraud is revealed, it is in fact null and void ab initio. As one of the true living beings on the planet, those that consent to be dead have no voice where my voice shall be heard. I shall simply ask you, is it your intent to commit fraud or aid and abet me into committing fraud knowingly? I require full disclosure from the Crown to include the foundation evidence proof of claim that I, Hannah, the human, have to comply with or be bound by legislation. I am enclosing documents that I have read and in a stand written by Kate of Gaia, including a document titled As Per Your Fraud, which I was actually the direct inspiration for. I hope you have fun reading them. If you are able to rebut these understandings, I will be happy to consider entering a plea. Namaste, Hannah. So that's what I've said. I'm going to send it recorded delivery with all the stuff that I said I'm going to attach. And I'm going to attach Kate's contracts, I who shall not be legally named, and as per your fraud. So those are the ones I'm going to note, because I've given a couple to the police already, which they'll probably get when they get my file. But because I'm a free woman, and I say I'm a free woman, I mean I'm presenting myself, and the police have still got all my papers that I gave them, and the court said they won't get them until a couple of days before. So I'm just going to send them so they've got a chance to look at them before it's a couple of days, so they can get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. So any feedback before I send it would be fantastic. I kind of just wrote that on feeling, so wish me luck.